TNT podcast. Hello, everybody. Welcome. Today's podcast and all TNT podcasts are sponsored by Bobby the Coffee Guy Coffee, the greatest coffee you can buy in the entire world. I know Tuna, Sam, Roddy, Delvon, Dan, all massive fans. Thank you, Tuna, for the product shop there. Welcome to the show, guys. So today, for those of you who have just discovered our lovely little podcast here, we talk everything tech. So if it's out there, we like to talk about it. And today we got a nice little running narrative, if you will, of a whole bunch of different things to talk about. And we're going to talk in particular about some of Google's purposely planned leaks, we'll call them. We're going to talk a few things about Apple and some of their rumored things that are coming out. We're going to talk about Dyson headphones, Mother's Day, Beats Studio Plus, Pixel 7a. It's all happening here today. How are we doing? So first of all, Sam, Roddy, Tuna, Dan, Delvon, welcome. How are you going, guys?
Going good, bro.
Good.
It's been a smashing Sunday.
Dan, are you back to drinking that urine again? I thought we talked about that.
Yes. It's healthy.
It's nutritious and delicious.
Yes.
I heard it's great for your skin too.
Right.
Can you tell?
Recycle.
Yes,
you can just always make more of it. Yeah. It's available.
I think I'm missing the inside joke here, but
Did you see what he said? You just took a drink.
Yeah, there you go.
oh wow,
Yeah.
I don't want. Do I want to know?
And he's drinking it out of like a
I think
beaker.
it's funny looking piss like, but you know.
Yeah, he's drinking it out of a beaker. Stole from a lab.
I
Who's
love
that
that we're
guy?
starting a podcast talking about Dan drinking piss. This is amazing. Great way to start.
Hey Dan,
what I
if it
do.
makes you feel any better,
That's what I
about
do.
10 years ago, Oprah Winfrey said if you drink your own urine, it'll bring your voice back if you're losing it. I wouldn't try it, but that's
Oh,
what
well,
I've
if you
heard.
said that, then that's fine.
There you go.
Yeah.
Great.
I mean, if
Well,
anybody would know.
What's up, buddies? How y'all
Oh,
fucking
King,
doing?
what's going on?
What up, King?
Y'all interrupted my fucking dinner for this shit. It better be good.
The
I
dinner or
didn't
the
even
or the live stream? I don't know what you're
I
talking about.
guarantee your dinner is much better than whatever we're going to provide for you. I can tell you that already.
I came on and y'all were talking about drinking piss. I'm in.
All right,
here.
all right.
Well, so guys, we'll kick things off. So I think we have to start at the most logical point of today's night's discussion. Let's talk a little bit about Google. So I know I was just on Sam's podcast a couple of hours back, but I think it's worth getting some new voices and perspectives on the leaked Google upcoming Pixel Fold device that has conveniently magically appeared in. I know, right? It's like we've never heard of
They
it.
have a fold device coming out. I didn't know that. Huh.
Apparently, yeah. So
Yeah, apparently they do.
I wanted to see what your thoughts were. Let's join in. Sorry, Roddy just ducked out here. We'll put him back in. There he goes. So let's start with Delvon. So Delvon, you are the Pixel aficionado and Team Pixel future member. So tell me, buddy, what do you think?
Future
so
member.
far?
Hey, be careful. You never know who's listening too, bro. You gotta watch the fuck out.
Yeah, he works for Google, so he's good. He's already good.
Yeah, D. Hey, I already know D's like as somebody from Google watching this. I better be on my P's and Q's.
Yeah, I don't want to give out too many leaks and everything like that. You know,
Right.
Don't worry.
Lose my
Google will
job.
take care of that for you.
It was Delvon who leaked him.
Can you show us the NDA you signed? Can you show? No, I'm just kidding. Go ahead.
Yeah.
I'll give you a sample of the Pixel a little bit. Whoa, too much. But I personally, man, to be honest with you, I love tech, and this is not even me being a Pixel guy. I just love tech in general. I'm excited to try a Pixel Fold. I was excited to try a foldable in general, any foldable for that matter. I'm not one to complain too much about what these companies do because personally, we have no control of what they do. They're going to do what they do, and we just got to either deal with it or not deal with it. So I'm not going to keep complaining about how the looks of it or bezels or anything for that matter, or even the price at that point, because if I wasn't, and this is me being honest, if I wasn't a creator, I wouldn't buy it. Because I am a creator, I am going to buy it. I am going to cover it on my channel. It's just that simple.
Okay.
If I could get a good deal on it, I'll probably buy like the second one, maybe. But that's just the reality. I don't have no problems with it, man.
Can I go after him?
Yeah, King, jump in, man.
Hey,
There we go.
I agree with all that, but fuck that shit. Look, listen. All right. My opinion is Google gives away more fucking phones than they sell already. All right. This is my opinion. I'm just saying my opinion. And they give them away to fucking idiots who don't even use them properly. And they end up in the fucking drawer. They don't give them to people like Dalvon Digital who will make videos about them for the whole year until the new one comes out. They give it to some kid with 74 followers and has a fucking iPhone. He's like, oh, thanks, gift from Google. And then it goes in the fucking drawer. So I'm not surprised that Google's not that interested in trying to leap, because people were like, are they going to try to leapfrog Samsung? No, because they're getting their foldable shit from Samsung and they have a good relationship with Samsung. If we're being real, I don't think that the thing that moves the needle for Google is sales any fucking way of the device.
Yeah.
The device is expensive. Pixel devices are not expensive compared to the market. And I think that the problem is that for me, this price is too expensive for what they're putting into the phone, having had more than one foldable in the past, including the first generation fold and the second generation fold. I think that Google should have done I think they should have, even if it needed to push it back further, they should have put Tensor 3 in. I think that's the biggest complaint I have. I don't give a fuck about bezels on a tablet. That's just me. I'm not going to piss and moan over them. I got a tablet in my hand right here. It's cool with a little bit of bezel. Does it look the greatest compared to like the Fold 5? No. Is it going to work great? Yes. Is the camera going to be awesome? Yes. Is the software going to be smooth? Yes. Is the price fucking ridiculous for a first-gen beta test device? Yes. All those things are true. I think Tech Twitter is going to buy it. People are going to slam it. And I think Google should gauge the market and come correct the second time around. It's the same approach I think that they had with the Pixel Watch. They weren't going for lightning in a bottle. They're trying to establish a footing in somewhere and see how that goes. I just want to see them start actually giving a fuck about selling phones so they can have more than 2 to 4% market share. That's kind of where I'm at. So Dan, probably not.
What are your thoughts here? Because I think King brings a good point, right? I mean, what does Google have to do to change that market share? Like, to how many people are buying their devices? Is the Pixel Fold or the Pixel tablet gonna do it?
I think they're just hedging the bets, aren't they? I mean, if people are talking about foldables being the future, then they need to have one out there. I mean, everybody else is making them. But I think the price is the one thing everyone's focusing on, but we don't really know what it's going to offer yet, really. We've not really seen what they're going to bring in terms of software and things. Price-wise, it's expensive. But is it just down to production costs? Is it just they're not going to be making too many of them? You know, Samsung didn't make that many with first-gen folds and things as well, so that was a lot more expensive.
Talk about an unboxing experience, too. If anybody had the OG Fold, woo, boy, that came with like a concierge service and shit.
Yes. It
was like everything. That was an experience. That was cool. But anyway, my bad. Go ahead.
Maybe Google will do that. You know, maybe
that would be cool. I would like to see them do like a Pixel Fan Edition or something like that, since it's already a niche market and they're not going to sell a lot. I could see them doing something like that and try to roll it out differently.
They need to go all out with it. Definitely. If they want people to buy it.
The question is, what could they bring to the equation that is going to differentiate the experience from Samsung?
Well, it's simple. The Google experience. There's no one UI.
Oh, yeah. Okay. So you're saying it's going to be
I'm going to jump in here. And I kind of mixed with Dalvon and King and Dan what they all said. It's like $1,800 is a lot of money, but the original Samsung Fold was a lot of money. But the problem is Samsung is on their 5th generation coming up, and this is Google's first. So it's kind of like you got to mix and match. If they would have done like $1,400, $1,300, still a lot of money. Yeah, they're going to throw in a Pixel Watch. We all know the Pixel Watch is a great first attempt. It's not a great watch overall with battery life. I think they have an excess stock. They're going to throw them out there with everyone that has the watch, and then, hey, 3 months later they're going to release the Pixel Watch 2 with the Pixel 8. Is it going to be a good device? Yes, the bezels are big, but it's a folding device. The N2 Flip had rubber bezels around the whole damn thing too, because it was for not only for where you hold it, but also for protection of the screen itself. So I'm not too concerned about the bezel stuff, because I think tablets have bezels in general. And the Pixel has this, as you guys just see on the screen here, It's got the proper, at least unfolded, that aspect ratio, and when closed, it's not tall and thin. So I don't think it's going to make waves. Google, like King said, and we've said this before in the last week, Samsung and Google are working together. They're not working against each other. They're both Android. They both are wanting each other to succeed. I think Samsung is going to take a step back, see what this does. They've already got a lead in the market share. So, hey, let's see what this does. If this makes a big waves and people like it, we'll start changing what we have. But there's no reason.
Can we just get Samsung to do a fucking Google Play edition Folds 5 or 6, and I'll buy that?
Google Play has been it's been dead for a while though, so I don't think that's.
I'm just saying, but since that time, Google and Samsung have not worked as closely together since then as they are now. Like they were together, and there was a big gap, and now they're back together. I would love to see something like that.
But what scares me is the Pixel Watch and the Galaxy Watch 5 Pro are very closely related. But to me, the Galaxy Watch 5 Pro is a hell of a lot better in terms of battery life and just functionality to me. I know it's got the Fitbit integration and all that stuff, but that's what scares me with the Pixel Fold is like they're closely related, but is Google going to go too far right or left with that? Their software should be top notch, but I have my reservations. I'm not sold. I want to buy it, but I'm not sold yet. Does that make sense? I don't know. Maybe I'm the only one.
I agree with you, Tuna. I think you might be right on the whole. Maybe Samsung is using this as an experiment to see what design works. So let's say the Pixel Fold sells like fucking wildfire. Then that on the next Fold they're gonna adopt that aspect ratio.
I don't even think it needs to sell like wildfire. I think it needs to have positive feedback from people who aren't that interested in the fold market now. Because let's be honest, people who are in the fold market now want the fucking folding phone. They already want it. Yeah. They don't give a shit what it comes with because they already had the last one, and this one's a little bit better, and they feel like they can't go back. I had two of the big folds, and I got tired of lugging that shit around with that tall front screen. I felt fucking stupid on it.
Is anybody in here and hashtag Team Pixel?
No.
Because then we would know. We would know how. I'm not trying to make it. Look, I have a friend who's a big. He's
shot at me, bro.
The new phone. I don't have the new phone, and he had it every time. And he's a huge Pixel fan, and so he's going to get the good reviews. He even says, "I'm all Apple except for my phone. My main phone is a Pixel phone." So someone like that, I want to review a phone. So you know what? Pixel's got a good opportunity here, though. So with the Fold, they can release what they want, but they can have a Fold A series. We
283 grams. Do you see that? How heavy that bitch is going to be?
But could you imagine an A series flip and fold? I mean, if Pixel,
I would be down for that. I would. I'd be down for that.
Who's the only company doing that? It's that company overseas that's doing. What is it? Not Honor. It's Technic or whatever it's called. They have the Technic. They're the only ones doing it.
Or whatever.
Techno. That's it. Yeah, they're the only ones doing it right now. So I think that Pixel's done well with the A series. They need to continue. Google has. I shouldn't say Pixel, but
I just need an Escobar version. Google Pixel Fold, and I'm in
gold
there.
Plated. Well, we have to have the models burning it. The Samsung version first. We got to do that.
I was like, this is a big ass scam, and people were like, this is great.
I think that we're all missing the picture though, right here, right? Is that Google will probably sell the Fold and they probably will make good sales. And I'm not really talking about in the tech community. The tech community will probably bash the mess out of this and a lot of people will be against it. But let me tell you a story real quick. I was in T-Mobile getting a phone from my wife, and I remember seeing this older couple, like old, right? They were in there looking to purchase a Fold and a Flip. Okay. They probably don't know anything about that Fold or that Flip, but they know that it folds and flips. And that cool factor alone made them want to get that. He was like, well, it could fold out real big. Oh, that's nice. So just imagine that same old couple walking in there, and now there's another option in there.
Yeah.
a second
I agree with
option.
you until
Or
grandma
maybe
wants to FaceTime her grandchild, and she goes, "This fucking thing doesn't have FaceTime. Oh, fuck this shit."
well, I mean, that's a different situation, but yeah, they're in there and they're looking, but you know that them two people are not about to walk out that store and drop $1,800 or $1,200. What was the flip? 1,100? What was it? 1,100? I don't know. 1,000.
Well, that's why they go to their. That's why they're going to T-Mobile to finance it.
Exactly. So they're going to walk out of there giving them probably next to nothing on that device and walk out and just make payments. That is the average customer here in the United States. So when we talk about these sales and sorry guys, when we talk about these sales and,
must be using a Pixel
all
device.
of this stuff, how phone is not going to do good. I think it's my camera. I got it in. I don't know why I put it in 4K mode. I should have put it in my 1080p and whatever. Anyways. With that being said, most people are just going to go finance these devices anyways, because people who got Pixels now on iPhones and all stuff like that are financing anyways. So I think that Google is okay with the pricing. I'm not trying to give them an excuse with it, because they're pricing it where the competitors at. Samsung launched theirs at the same amount. They offered, their software wasn't even that great. Samsung software wasn't even great when they first launched it. It's gotten better over time.
But you're comparing it to the first gen on that one, and they're charging that much for the 5th gen. So that's why people are like, what the fuck? Because they're charging the same amount as you can get a 5th gen version of something on Samsung.
But that's if you want it. But we all know, and we all know that Google makes better software than Samsung. So you already know, at least if you did get the Pixel Fold, you know that the software experience may be better off the rip. Not like the functionality though, because Samsung is offering more functionality with the S Pen and everything else. But as an overall experience, you're going to get that at least with them. So if you can get around the hardware that everyone's complaining about, but again, the average person isn't complaining about this. This is us. This is the tech community that cares about these little details. We're like, why would they drop a Fold and look like this? And it's 2023. They should have a better looking Fold. I get that argument.
I agree with you. I think the biggest problem with that is the 7A is going to cannibalize a lot of sales for that Fold, in my opinion.
Well, it's cheaper.
Yeah.
It's way cheaper, but people are going to go just like Dalvon said. Well, I know that the experience, the OS, I can get the same OS for $450, $499, and save $1,300. Yeah, it's cool, but I could also buy a Pixel tablet for $400 or whatever and still save $1,000. I think that's where the problem is going to be.
Yeah, I think.
I want to say one last thing. Do you guys remember the Google Play Edition and the Google Nexus phones? Those were experiments with hardware partners to showcase software, and I feel like Google's with the initial Pixel phone and this Fold, they're trying to showcase both hardware and software, because you guys got to remember, Google at the end of the day is a software. They're a software company. They're making more money off software than they are hardware. So let's say they sell 0.0001% of their folding phone, they're still going to make money off their software. So I don't know if it could be
similar approach like Microsoft with Surface.
Yes.
Sort of
exactly.
That's a product that just shows everybody else what they want them to do. Gets more developers on board with that form factor, maybe that sort of angle.
I could be off base, but that's why.
And the Nexus line isn't a proper comparison, because that was always a reference device. That's what
I'm saying. That's what I mean.
Always a reference device, and remember, Google Play Editions were only to get a software experience from Google onto another OEM's hardware. That's all.
Right.
You never saw it.
And I'm trying to say that. Right. That's what I'm saying.
Here's the thing, and I love Pixel. I'm not going to get one. It's not going to sell. It's just unless they dump a bunch of money down and put a bunch of ads out there and blast everybody, nobody is going to be going to this. Maybe you'll get some transitions. Maybe things.
I don't think Google even is worried about sales.
No, they don't care.
This device.
They don't care.
Probably not.
Again, it's tapping into this segment because it's why companies are making electrical vehicles. They realize that that's not really the sales market, but they've got to be in that market because they've got to leverage against Tesla. That's why all these companies are making electrical vehicles. Do you honestly think Dodge was looking at the Challenger and going, we need to make an electric Challenger? Absolutely fucking
definitely.
3.5 years ago when Tesla hit the market or whatever, they were like, hey, we got to make an electric vehicle. Nobody's buying muscle cars anymore. We got to leverage an electrical vehicle. Fuck it. We'll just put an electric engine to a Challenger. We'll give it some fake ass bullshit sound that sounds like terrible, and then we'll just put that out to market. They're just taking that platform and turning it into an electrical vehicle. Nobody at Dodge was sitting there going, we need to get into this electrical shit. Nobody was thinking that, especially in the United States. Nobody was. But Tesla.
What's the rumored cost? What is the rumored cost of the Pixel tablet? $450?
I hope so.
Rumored?
So.
Well, okay, so rumored. Say 500. We'll go 500, and then
before you go to the tablet though, with the G2, everyone's saying, "Oh, the Pixel Fold's gonna have a G2." That's bull crap. That she went for the G3. I agree, but I disagree because the G2 is very capable for the general person. It's not a powerhouse, but development. Look at the Duo. They couldn't put the process of developing these products takes years or more. So this is Pixel's first fold device. They developed it with a G2, not a G3. So, I mean, I could be totally off base, but that's my impression.
What are they putting in the What are they putting in the tablet? G2, right?
The G2, right? Because it's already there. They have it physically.
Right.
They're testing G2.
So that my point was, if you could get the tablet for $500 and you can get the phone for $450 brand new. So you're looking at $950. From a consumer base and a sales base, people I think are going to go all day long and say, I can get the Pixel 7a, which on paper, from what we've seen, is as good as the Pixel 7, which is crazy for an A device. Let me just say that.
Yeah, I get it.
Super fucking big props on bumping up those small things that I thought were missing on the A series. For Google, I love to see phones get cheaper and cheaper. I hope that pushes other people, but they don't move the needle when it comes to prices and sales. So I think the A is going to probably be the biggest seller of the year for them, and maybe the tablet. And I think people are going to probably opt to combine those. It's going to be more tech heads and the random 80-year-old lady that Dalvon Digital was scoping out at the fucking store who's going to want the Pixel Fold.
And it's because that's the current purchase model for consumers, right? It's the tablet and the phone. It's not to combine those, even if those are boys.
They're trained. Well, and that's Apple marketing.
Tablet same, and you can do a fold for the same. People don't care. Again, it looks like
that was embraced by Apple marketing. So they put that out there, and when they put it out there, that's what it is. And until the game gets changed to make foldables big enough, which I think Samsung will continue to lead the way in innovation with foldables and putting it out. They do. Let's be honest. They do way more advertising for shit than Google will ever do, because Google's about services and not about hardware. So I think it's a strategic thing where Samsung's moving up and Google's kind of piggybacking and following them up here. But it's all good for Android. It's all good for Android all the way around either way. So that's great. Good choices. I like having choices.
The only problem with that is that Samsung marketing is not good compared to Google's marketing right now.
No,
Samsung.
I agree.
Samsung has terrible marketing.
Yeah,
I agree. But they spend. Marketing? I just meant they spend more.
You both.
They spend more money. Yeah.
Top notch release of products. OnePlus. They got it in the bag.
Yeah.
King will agree. He loves their OnePlus release videos. I mean, they're fantastic.
Before we jump to OnePlus, I'm going to ask the same question I asked Sam earlier today. Do you think that releasing the Pixel Tab at the same time as the foldable is going to cannibalize sales?
That was my point. My point was when I can get the 7A and the fucking tablet and the speaker dock for $1,000 total with a free watch and have a whole ecosystem and still save $800, why the fuck as a consumer would I buy a phone?
Watch? Who gets a free watch with the tablet?
I'm just saying you can damn near get you can damn near get a Google Pixel watch for like $150 online.
Right. Okay.
You know, when you're looking at it from a standpoint of this, I could like literally consumer wise, I can buy the tablet, the phone, the earbuds, the watch, and still save $700.
Wait, wasn't the tablet supposed to be released in the fall though?
But what's the real price of the tablet? What's the real price?
The tablet was released in fall, right?
Between $400 and $500 cash.
If that thing comes out at $600, they're screwing themselves right now.
I agree. I agree. But I don't think they would do that anyway.
It's going to be $479.
I'm thinking. That's why I said 500. I'm thinking 450, 479, 499.
Yeah.
And I don't think they're going to include, from what I hear, they're not including the speaker dock either. So that's going to be another $100.
$150. Yeah.
$150, whatever.
$70.
Yeah, I don't know.
So
It's an interesting proposition. I mean, and then like as Tuna says, if you think about the other side of the coin, here comes OnePlus. So OnePlus comes in. They've got this.
yeah, here comes OnePlus on the fucking short yellow bus.
Yeah.
Whoa.
Yeah, with their ridiculous name tablet, the Pad, which sounds like a women's.
The worst marketing ever, Darren. Here, Darren, give me $100 so that I can tell you in a few weeks how much the thing you're going to buy is going to cost. Go fuck yourself.
Yeah.
Hold on.
That was crazy.
Don't make fun of the Pad because you remember Crack TV? You ever watch Mad TV? Or Mad TV? It was Mad TV. They had a thing when the iPad came out where it was a pad like for women, and there was a girl dancing around. So it's not like the OnePlus Pad is something all of a sudden we all going to make fun of because iPad's been around forever. I mean,
no, I just thought that the marketing was complete bullshit. They were like, "Here, hold your spot in line to buy one day for $100, but give me your $100, and I'm not going to tell you how much the tablet is when it comes out. And if it's too much, then we'll refund you."
Yeah.
Here's the problem: it's available now for it's available now for $479, only the tablet. If you pre-order, you got either the stylus or the keyboard included. Now you don't. Now you got to pay $150 for the keyboard or $100 for the stylus.
Bro, you think I give 2 fucks about a stylus and all that?
I'm just saying, if you want the whole package. For me, it's like I don't need a keyboard, but the last 3 tablets I bought from Samsung, I got the keyboard. I'm not paying $150.
Did you give OnePlus $100 of your money to find out how much this thing was?
He did. Oh no!
I didn't. No, I didn't. No, I didn't.
That was a long pause.
I was about to say, get this motherfucker off the podcast.
I was trying to build it. I had a pause. It was the glitch. No, I did not. I'm still actually thinking about, actually pre-ordering it for buying it for $479 without all the extra crap.
Right, because like a logical fucking product, you know how much it costs.
Right, and everyone's like, "Oh, it's LCD." Who gives a shit? It's a 10-inch screen, and it's LCD, and it's 144 hertz.
Doesn't bother me.
Look at it. Look at that screenshot. It looks like an iPad. So they're trying to harvest iPad users.
Looks good to me.
It's not going to happen. iPad users are not going to go to OnePlus and buy it. Now, if OnePlus had an event where they released this, like their last event, everyone would have switched. I'm sorry.
No,
I keep bringing it up.
OnePlus should never have another release event ever.
Unless you're running it. No, King, you need to run it next time. Then it'll be interesting.
It was so bad.
I actually feel like that might go down in history as the worst fucking release ever. It was horrendous.
What's even worse is that we saw people go to New York to watch it on a projector.
Yeah.
I would have hit somebody. I would have physically struck somebody.
Yeah. I almost want to go back and find like the live tweets that people were doing during the launch event just to fucking have a good laugh. Because you know that shit was happening. They're sitting in the crowd going, "What the fuck? They flew us out here to watch a fucking screen?" Big deal,
I was
right?
me and Tuna were sharing some of those tweets in the chat.
Oh my god. It was you couldn't make it up. It was so easy.
Yeah.
It was. But anyways, I think the device itself is pretty good. From the reviewers that I've seen, one person said it's a joke. Of course, they're iPad based. I don't care. But Android based, they said for the price, it's what it is. Cameras are decent. The 9000 MediaTek's come a long way. They're not perfect.
They have,
I think for me,
the processor. I was just going to say the processor is the same that one that's in the N2 Flip.
Yes.
Yeah.
So it's a plus processor. Yeah. It's 65.
You use that, Darren. You use that N2 Flip, right?
Mm-hmm.
I did, yeah. And the processor was probably as good as the G2.
Well, they say benchmark wise.
I don't know if I believe that. Well, okay.
Benchmark wise, they say it's Gen 1 Plus.
Yeah, I got you.
I'll be honest with you.
Pretty good.
What I'll say is it was very smooth.
It was good.
Almost pixel smooth. Yeah,
that's good.
Pixel smooth. Yeah. Not like wax smooth.
No, not like wax smooth. No,
I don't know, man. I'm gonna buy that tablet with the keyboard and with the pen one day. I'm just gonna throw that out there.
Hold on, the OnePlus.
I like tablets.
The OnePlus.
Yeah, that's fair.
Yeah, but that's because you know how much it costs now, bro. That's I could.
Hey, of course, I would have never pre-ordered
that thing is sitting in my cart for the last 3 hours waiting.
I'm gonna look at them like they stupid, bro. Anybody?
They really said after the shittiest event for a phone that I've ever seen, they really said, "Hey, here's how we're gonna follow up the worst event ever. Give us $100, and then later on, after we've had your money, we'll reveal the price to you. And if you don't agree with the price, we'll give you your money back.
Okay, who's the CEO that left? Who's the CEO that left OnePlus?
Peter Chow, the nothing guy.
What does he do?
Yeah, nothing
so
guy.
they're trying to ride those coattails of that marketing.
Or Carl Pye.
Yeah, Carl Pye. They're not doing a good job of that. But this thing for $479 is one hell of a deal. It really is.
Right. That's why I'm so angry at them, because I would have gave them the fucking $100 to hold it if they would have told me it would have been $479.
Yes.
I would have bought the motherfucker. The reason I'm not buying it on principle. Fuck.
The question is, with flips and folds and tablets and laptops, do we need tablets anymore? That's the real question.
No.
Yeah, well, that's it. Right?
I've had 3 iPads. I've gotten rid of them. I've had the S8 Ultra. I just sold it. Do I need another one?
It depends on your use. I can see Dalvon, and this is my opinion. I think what he's gonna say is, I've drawn on a fucking folding phone, or I've drawn on an iPad mini. He's drawing a fucking picture on everything, and it looks good as shit on a Note, on an Ultra, and it looks way better than anything I could do. But I would probably say for somebody like him, sitting down with a tablet is probably going to be. There's no crease in the screen. There's no nut. When you're zooming in, and I mean, y'all see his fucking drawings. Like, they're legit. I'm not just talking shit. His shit is like legit comic book, frameable fucking art.
I actually
not stick figure bullshit.
King, I actually have the first drawing that you actually ever did on an iPad. I got it right here. Let's just show it. Here we go. It's pretty good. Pretty accurate.
Short butt special, right? Yep. There you go.
Yeah.
That's it. That's it.
Oh, it's a fish. Oh, that's nice.
It's a fish,
it's a nice fish.
That's a guppy,
That's
right?
a grouper. That's a grouper.
Grouper. Sorry.
That's a 5-fingered Jekyll. That's what that's called. You guys don't know about that shit.
Definitely not a tuna fish. I'm telling you right now.
What do you say, Dalvon? Because you actually draw on these fucking things. Would you take what you? I know maybe you don't have as much experience, but take your Ultra and the way you draw with the S Pen versus your tablets or something like that. Could you think you could get down with something like that all the time and no more tablet?
No. Personally, no. I always use a tablet for optimal experience for drawing. It's just better overall.
Yeah.
Even the foldable. If the foldable folded flat, completely flat, and I would say probably the foldable could get away and it don't wobble, then I could probably get away with a foldable. But I still would want the foldable to at least fold out to at least a 10-inch screen. And I don't think that's happening no time soon.
I don't think so. I hope not.
Yeah.
Fuck, I hope not.
So yeah.
I think it goes by use case. Most people though, I think could get away with a foldable and not have the phone and the tablet. But there's a lot of people who the market is trained, like Sam was saying. The market's trained. That's the buyers, the consumer market is you buy the phone, you buy the tablet. You buy the watch, you buy the earbuds. They're trained that way. So getting them to think differently is really something I don't think that Samsung expected to take off as quickly as it has. I don't think that they planned on having so much success with foldables for the first 5 generations. So I think it's impressive what they've been able to do. I love seeing Google jump in the ring. I'm always going to be for more options, even if the options are like kind of shitty. Like, I still want some options.
And that's the difference between Samsung and Google. Google tends to jump in the ring and back out, where Samsung, they've made their tablets have never been great, but they're getting better, and they stuck to it. The foldables, that was a big gamble, and they stuck to it. Samsung or
people don't really realize with the tablets, they've got the A series, the regular tablet, the Plus, and an Ultra. They've got a whole line just like phones with tablets, and you can get whatever it is.
With their phones, and their biggest sellers aren't the Ultra. It's the A series. It's the A55, 54s, whatever they are. That's what sells the most.
Well, we're going to say Samsung started. Samsung actually started this whole large phone thing. The big screens. They took a leap with it, and they kept with it for so long. And then look at the rest of the market; just followed right behind them doing it. So,
I remember the first Note coming out, and everybody's like, "Nobody wants that shit. Nobody wants that giant fucking thing."
It was the S Galaxy S3. S3. It was that phone that
was really.
He was like,
"What?" When things went big, people were like,
"That's when their commercials were good." Remember when they go to the line when people were waiting in line for the iPhone? Like, look at my phone; it's big. Yeah. That's when Samsung had some funny marketing. Now there's like, it's not as fun anymore.
It's not, because they market and do the same thing right behind them half of the time. So it's not even.
That's exactly why they had to stop. Yep.
Why even waste your time, bro? Like,
Well,
stupid.
while we're on the marketing part of it, what do you guys think about the rumor that Samsung is going to ditch Snapdragon and bring back their own chip that's going to be better?
Hell no. Hell
It's
no.
gonna be a big mistake.
Maybe not. They might do it. Everyone's doing it now. That's the end thing to do. But I think
the problem, right?
they're gonna have to hold back a little bit. I think Snapdragon, the Gen 2 really changed a lot of people's thoughts, and the G3 is supposed to be built on Samsung's whatever, and it's supposed to be it's gonna kill everyone. Yeah. Okay, the Gen 2 is going to be out for a full year before that one comes out. Of course, it should be online. It's just the same thing with the A16 and the A15 Bionic chips. They come out a year before Snapdragon.
Yeah, but let's be honest. Like, does it really matter if you call it 15.6 on Apple? You can only do that's like you can only go so fast. You got a fucking Lamborghini with a governor on it that only lets you do 65 on the freeway. I don't give a fuck on paper how fast the A15 is. I can pick up an iPhone 11 and it would probably feel pretty snappy because it's a good processor. I don't care year over year. On Android, it actually matters. It actually matters. You see the performance. You don't see the performance, in my opinion.
Your Lamborghini going to go 65? That's
if you buy it from Apple, if it's an Apple version, yeah, because they put a Lamborghini. But it's true. Think about it. They put a brand new chip in, and they go, "It's the fastest chip ever made." And guess what? I can watch YouTube videos like I did on the previous one, the same exact way.
Yeah, but the processing power behind that YouTube video is so much better.
You're right.
And you got Dynamic Island. You own an island while you're watching. Come on.
Well, that's that marketing. If I get that $19 polishing cloth, it's a fucking wrap.
Nope. You're saving whales. Don't forget
that's
about
that. That's what it is. Yeah, I don't know.
Have any of you met or see or met anyone or yourself own that polishing cloth? Because I want to punch that fucking person in the face.
Mm-hmm.
No, someone's out there buying that shit. You know there is someone out there that's fucking going.
I'm gonna tell you what. I got an idea for my new video. I'm gonna buy the Apple polishing cloth and take a shit and wipe my ass with it. That's what I'm gonna do.
No, make a roll out of them.
Real good.
Make a roll out of them.
Yeah, it's true. Yeah, it's true. Yeah.
I don't think Samsung needs to go back to their own chips. I think if they do, though, if I was to be a gambling man, I would say off the release of the Galaxy S23 being so positive, or S23 whole series being so positive, maybe they might think that they could trick some people that don't really know what chip. Oh, it was just a good phone. It was just a good phone. So we'll slide our own chip in here, and people
performance they can get out of it. If they can get good performance and good yields and decent efficiency,
it's bigger for you. Actually, it's bigger for you, Dan, because you're over there, and people over there don't really fuck with Samsung phones that have Samsung chips. It's been pretty shitty till now.
People still buy them.
Yeah, but they still buy them. Aren't the current Samsung chips and their entry level? They're in their entry level phones now, right? So I think if Samsung stays on that line and they keep building up, and eventually
they're supposed to be a lot better though this time around.
Right, I think they keep working on it. You know, if Google's going to come out and do Tensor, which was terrible according to all the tech specs,
it was terrible at first.
And I'm not saying it wasn't. I'm just saying I think Samsung can do the same thing. They've been there. They had. So I think efficiency, and you got to have that. You know,
I don't understand why Samsung don't go down a similar sort of route to Google. Yeah. Really,
because they make ovens and stoves and washers and dryers. They have bigger things to worry about.
Maybe.
Well, there's that.
You might be right.
They're making money.
Army tanks. They also make army tanks. Don't forget that.
Samsung does.
Yes, they actually have a tank, bro. How did you not know this?
Share this screen. I gotta see this. Come on. Share screen.
Yeah, I thought that was common knowledge.
I didn't know that.
Look, where I live in the United States, there's a tank plant 20 minutes away, so it is not a Samsung-owned company. So.
It's probably a Korean tank facility, I would think. But
I literally just put it in one.
So you're saying I live in Korea? No, I'm just kidding.
You do.
K9.
I might. Which one, South or North? No, I'm just kidding.
K9.
Don't even go there.
I almost said something too.
We're not buying Samsung tanks. We don't. The Abrams and the
I was told
the US military aren't Samsung.
I just did a search on my phone. The Fold 5 is going to include a Samsung tank. and there's a
I'm
docking,
buying it.
a dock for
Buying
the
it.
phone
Buying it.
with navigation.
I'm running over everything.
Yeah.
I'm running over everything.
Can they
on my
just
way to
include a
work.
charger?
Let you know.
For 1,800 bucks. For 1,800 bucks, all Google's gonna throw in for 1,800 bucks is probably like the Pixel Buds A. You get a tank with Samsung phone.
Hey, someone's
cable.
compensating for something there. That's way too big. Come on, that's not gonna work.
What you thought it was a toy tank?
Absolutely.
That's a real tank. That's their tank. I'm not even fucking around. That's exactly
Samsung
what.
makes stuff.
Okay, but
Samsung
where's
got
the
fucking
where's the
military.
where are
K9
all the
Thunder. That's the name of the fucking platform. Yeah.
where's all the camera lenses? All right,
Yeah, seriously. Yeah.
where's
They're in the wheels. They're in the wheels. Those are 250 megapixel lenses in the wheels.
Yeah.
That's why they're so big.
Hit the moon with that.
I'm sorry.
They're 5-inch optical sensors
Jeez.
Yeah.
in the
You
wheels.
fucking see everything.
That periscope,
So,
the periscope. I get it. I'm picking it up.
Speaking
now.
of-
I got it.
speaking of crazy tech things, so you may remember this back from CES. I'm just gonna show the picture.
I already bought it. I already bought it. It's coming. I know what you're gonna say.
Oh, you did
Dyson.
already?
Oh, it's
How
coming.
did you know? You fucker. How did you know?
I know. I know
All
what
right.
you're gonna say.
Yeah,
Dyson
all right, so
headphones
let's,
with a mask. I want to be Bane. I want to be Bane.
He's been talking about these fucking Dyson headphones for fucking a week now.
Yeah.
Look at that guy. He looks like an
Oh,
idiot. That guy looks like an idiot.
He's fucking- So they've finally been released.
Okay, go ahead.
Finally been released. They're in the market. They're out. This is not a prototype anymore. And like, okay, so I have to ask you first of
This
all,
is the future, is it?
would you wear it?
No,
And
fuck
is
no.
it worth the?
Here's what's funny.
Okay,
See the copper on that? That's $1,000 for that. There's
Nice.
2 different colors, and the other one's $50 cheaper.
What is that? No, look, listen. It's 2023. People can identify whatever they want, but this looks like to me, kind of looks like a
Super.
not so straight Iron
Really?
Man costume.
So yes, it looks like Bane. That's the running joke.
a
Like
little bit.
there was a
Yeah.
girl on CNET that like went on a subway and she wore this, and some guy's like, she goes, I went to a pizza place, and the guy's like, what is that on your face? She goes, it pumps fresh air into my face. I think if you lived in New
Yes.
York, California, I guess if you were
Yeah.
really that worried about clean air, I can get it pollen. Where I live, we have manure smells. I don't think this is really going to help me.
Yeah.
If I walk into work with this, that's the only reason why I bought it. Because I'm going to walk into work with this on, and I'm going to get huge reactions the same way I did with Google Glass.
They're going to be terrified that you're there to kill everybody with a gun.
It's black.
Like,
Listen, I can tell you what this is. This is one of
at me.
Roddy. Listen, this is straight from Roddy's OnlyFans shop.
That's
and
why
he's
I
using it
bought
as a
this.
gag.
His is
He's
mine's
using it as a
autographed.
gag. You know, it's pretty
It
much
looks a little bit
you know,
different.
It looks a little bit different. Dan, you know too much.
Oh,
Gotta
Yeah.
have clean air. Gotta have clean
That's
air.
it, right?
Yeah, it
how,
smells, you know?
how much are these fucking headphones, by the way?
$9.49.
1,000.
1,000 for those,
Oh,
and
no.
$9.49 for the other
$9.49,
color.
yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
And here's what's funny. The
I am
filters
knocked by
have
like
to be
5
replaced
for
every
normal
year.
headphones.
Every 6 months to a year, the filters have to be replaced.
Oh,
And they're actually in the ears. So the air is tunneled through here to your mouth. And what they're saying is the active noise cancellation cancels out the sound. So it's like 30 hours of battery life, but when you turn that damn thing on, it's like 5 hours.
I want to know how good they are as headphones.
I heard they're really
Well,
good.
that's what I was just about to say.
Yeah.
Who tuned these? Like, what
Yeah.
relationship does my vacuum have to fucking
serious?
audio? Like-
They're vacuum cleaner guys who make vacuums that suck the dog hair out of your fur on your carpet.
Yeah.
They tune this. What are you talking about?
Good. All right,
Yeah,
so
it's
here you
fine.
go. Check this out, Dyson. If you guys are listening, please feel free to send me the fucking headphones for me to review. Also, the fucking $750 stick vacuum that I bought from you guys, that literally fucking all its whole job was to do was to sucked so bad that it didn't even suck. And
Yeah,
you
really
guys
bad.
didn't stand behind your product, and I'm out $750, and I
King.
bought another
Not
one
bad.
for $250 on Amazon that works 10 times fucking better.
King.
So I damn sure ain't buying the fucking
Hey.
headphone.
Did someone bother you in the bedroom when you had your vacuum on?
No, it wouldn't turn on. I was trying to. And it broke, and then they said I violated the warranty because I violated the sanctity of the hose.
Look, I reached out to Dyson, and again, I'm tiny, I'm a nobody, and I asked them for it, and they're like, pretty much, they didn't say it like this, but it's pretty much, laughing like, ha ha ha, you're kidding, right? Like I literally asked them, I said, hey, I'd like to do a video of this. They're like, yeah, right. That's pretty much what they said. Like, you're an idiot.
Well, whoever the employee fucking that got your email.
What was that?
Spaceballs, Perrier, you know.
Oh yeah.
Yes.
Yeah. That's what you need. Yeah. Hey, you can buy a whole bunch of those for $900. You can have a whole bunch of cans of Perrier. Just.
Yeah, I think somebody at Dyson got their medical marijuana card and got really fucking high and was like, you know what would be cool? Yeah. We'll fucking strap a vacuum to your face with some headphones. Nah, I'm good. Listen,
if it all goes to fucking hell and the bomb drops and you can't breathe fucking air anymore, I'll be the first one in line. But fuck, $949. That's American dollars. You know what that is in Canada? It's like fucking $2,000.
I thought the fucking AirPods Max were overpriced. Fuck, they make that look like a bargain.
I thought about coming on the show with them on, like having them on, ordering them a long time ago, but I don't know.
Yeah.
You should, and then let me know where you live so I can rob your dumb ass while you're wearing them.
Yeah. Again, I mean, I'm very curious as to what their headphone quality's like. Like, I want to know. Maybe it's fucking phenomenal. Maybe it is. Maybe Dyson have fucking spent all their R&D money on this fucking amazing headset, but who the fuck knows? Right?
I like the GIF. I love the GIF when you say amazing. It's hilarious.
Amazing, yeah. Now, I remember a couple of weeks ago we were talking about Nothing, and we were talking about how Nothing has a phone coming out, and I think we mentioned in passing that it would be amazing if they released a pair of headphones that were clear. So along comes a company that you may have heard of who have done exactly that.
Bull crap.
So here is the Beats Studio
What a
Buds
joke.
Plus.
What a joke.
Scheduled for release on May 18th. And they've come out, they've copied the aesthetic, I guess, of Nothing.
No.
And the list coming in at $170, I believe. Complete transparent model, similar to Nothing.
Did anybody give a fuck about the last Beats Studio Buds that came out? Because I don't know anybody who wears them.
I don't either. Nope. Or Nothing.
Well, Delvon's the headphone guy, right? We should ask him.
The Nothing Buds. Yeah. Look, I've had the Nothing. I have the Nothing phone ones, the first headphones and the sticks, and I've been thoroughly impressed with the sticks. I didn't buy the new ones. I know Delvon's got them, but this seems to me like, hey, we see someone doing something that we haven't done. Yeah. Let's just rip them off. And I actually saw a review saying, hey, look, Beats is releasing a transparent phone that looks better than Nothing. Like they actually listed Nothing in the article. I'm like, Nothing is Nothing. Yeah. They're a tiny company. They have.
I don't think that this move was sanctioned by Apple at all. I don't think honestly Apple even gives two flying fucks about Nothing or what the fuck Nothing is doing at all. And so I guarantee you this was somebody at Beats who was like, you know what? I'm going to get real edgy and get Tim's attention. We're going to shake some shit up. Like this is not an Apple move at all.
King, with medical marijuana again?
Yeah, there you go. I'm just saying this is not how we all know this is not how Apple operates. Apple doesn't just come out and be like, we're going to do this. No, somebody somewhere did that. Honestly, I'd probably go as far as to say once they come out and people do the comparison, people at Apple are going to be like, we don't want to fucking be associated with that. Like, that's not our brand.
Dalvon.
Yeah.
Could you share your expertise in these Nothing, not this one
in this field?
The Nothing too. They're great, aren't they?
I mean, look, man. What's important to me is always sound quality with these buds.
Which is subjective. We get it.
Yeah, I do dig the design, but I agree with King. Like this is an Apple. Like somebody down there made a decision because Nothing is doing something cool. Because be honest with you, the Nothing phone looks cool too. Like it looks cool. I would love for to have a phone that's like that. And give me 1 second. My wife calling.
No, you got to answer.
You got to answer.
He was just telling you guys how much he agrees with what I said anyway, so it's all good.
Yeah, it's perfect. Yeah.
I think it's a joke, though. I mean, it's cool. It's another option. It's like if Apple said, hey, here's the iPod with, or, the AirBuds.
Does Apple even give a fuck about Beats music anymore? Like, is that, I mean.
Yes.
I know they own it. Now, right? I know they own it, but it's like the redheaded stepchild now. It was the best thing ever, and now it's whatever.
You do realize where Dr. Dre is from, right?
The Hood.
Yeah.
West Side Connection will come after him. He's got to watch his back.
That's true. That's true.
I mean,
Listen, I'll be honest with you. That guy cashed out at the right fucking time. He sold that.
Yeah,
sure
that's
did.
what I'm saying. Because Beats was the pinnacle, and then Apple took him over, and
There's nobody.
I feel like the rare L on Apple's part. Like you think if your Beats, like okay, Apple's buying us, we're about to blow up, and really Apple kind of moved into their own lane, pushing their own shit. Yep. And I feel like Beats is on the back burner. I don't think anybody's giving a fuck, not that I know of, anyway, about Beats headphones in the last 2 to 3 years. Easy. So
you think about that, any company does that
Beats anymore.
Yeah, they don't. They don't.
It used to be a fashion statement, but Apple done made their own AirPods, and Apple done made their own headphones.
I think it's weird that they leapfrogged their own company, like with their own shit. They bought the company. Honestly, I think they strategically bought the company so that they didn't have to compete with them, to be honest.
Yeah, I mean, 100%. Yeah,
that goes back to monopoly.
Yeah. What did Google do? Google does the same thing. They buy Focals by North, who's a competitor to Google Glass, and what happened to Google North? Like nothing happened. So I think
but they did. Yeah, they don't even put out their own product at that point.
But you have companies that do purchase other companies that try to use them. Like, do you remember what was that cell phone company? One Bit Robin or whatever, who Razer bought, and they had a couple Razer phones, and they tried. The Next Bit was awesome. I loved their phones. The design was crazy.
Yeah, Next Bit
looks so good. I think Beats was the latter, where they
can you get these ugly ass fucking Beats headphones off the screen, please?
Sorry, buddy. Sorry.
Damn.
I'm tired of staring at them.
Dalvon.
Yeah,
you have those Nothing Twos, right?
I do have them.
Do you like them? That's all I'm asking.
Yeah, I do. It's crazy that I just did a video on those. Just
I haven't watched it yet.
This right here. So yeah, I do like them.
How much were they? How much were they?
Too, right?
I paid. Did I pay $149 for those?
I think they're $149. I think.
Are they worth $149? Because you could get comparable headphones for way less.
I want to say. I want to say that if you're in the market and you're trying to find like Galaxy Buds and Apple AirPods, I would say they are better than those and worth the price that they're offering compared to those.
I lobbed you an underhanded soft pitch, bro. Go watch the video, people. Subscribe to his channel. Follow, like, subscribe. Go watch the video. He'll break it down in full detail for you. That was an underhanded pitch, bro. What the fuck?
Bro, I didn't catch it, bro. My bad.
I'm picking up what you put down.
But I will say this though, the sound chorus, and I just did a video of that, so please watch that video this time.
Go watch, like, subscribe. He won't tell you. He won't tell you to, but he wants you to watch his video he put out on YouTube.
You're right. The sound chorus. Oh, look at it. He got him right there.
Okay,
those sound chorus are way worth it.
No, those sound cores, I've had those for a long time. The fitment, the way they get in your ear, I effing hate the way they go in your ear. I can't stand it.
I actually like it.
Okay. Yeah. For me, I want like the Samsung Pro, the 2 Pros. I stick in my ear, I turn them, I'm good. Those things are like, I went to mow my lawn the other day and I put the Soundcore 3s in because Dalvon brought them up in his Twitter. I'm like, you know what? I'm going to give him a shot. I haven't listened to him for a while. One ear was in, the other ear was twisted. Look, I'm dumb. I guess I can't figure out how to put.
You got to change your tips. I like the foam comply tips. Those fit right because I got small ear holes, so the silicone kind of jiggles out and they pop out of my ear eventually.
That's not what it is.
With the foam tips, I stick it right in, twist, and it's done.
It's the shape of the sound cores. They're weird. Yeah, they're like oblong. Yeah, you got to twist them. Now, about 20 minutes into my mowing session, I figured out, oh shit, now I can get them in. But I don't use them enough. Maybe I think if I use them more, I'd understand it better. But like for me, it's just like Wise has earbuds that pop in and they twist in and they go in, they sound just fine.
Well, if you guys want to hear from somebody who actually has used them for a long period of time, go subscribe to Dalvon Digital's YouTube channel. He just put out a video about this shit going full depth. He won't tell you to, but I'll tell you, go watch this shit. It's good shit.
I love it. Definitely, but yeah, earbuds are very objective to the person's ear or whatever. Exactly. I never really had any problems with them. Like these AirPods Pros right here, these things always kind of slip out my ear a little bit, but they are comfortable. But eventually, I got to readjust.
Are you using the original silicone tips?
No, I silicone tips. I got to get rid of those because they make my ear itch. I know you can't see.
Me too.
Not even focus on, but I use foam tips. All of my earbuds have phone tips right now. Literally all of them.
Okay. Good shit.
So,
Good
Maybe
shit.
that's what I need
Yeah.
because the OnePlus, you guys heard good things about the OnePlus new ones, the Pros, the 2 Pros,
Yeah.
Yeah.
and
yeah.
they have the long stem, and I love the sound, but I cannot get them to stay in my damn ears. And,
Yeah.
and everyone's ears are a little different. I think that's the biggest issue. But they
Oh,
sound.
I'll
good
be
if
the first one to tell you. I got little baby bitch ear holes. Like the
Oh,
small,
we know.
the
I'm just
small ear tip is like too big, like for my virgin ears. I can't push it in, so I got to
Virgin
gotta buy
ears. Okay,
mini
now-
ones with the foam, and then I got to squeeze the foam down, stick it in, twist it, and let the foam expand, and then I can get it. But
What are we
but
talking
everybody's
about
ears
again?
are different,
Wait,
and
hold-
also too,
What are we
people
talking about?
listen to music differently. So
Listen,
we're
I'll
talking
just say
about
as well.
Jabras.
King, hold on, King. Are we talking about earbuds?
yes, I
Twisting and fitting. Okay, I just want to make sure. I got lost.
You're
there for a
good.
second.
you're
we,
good.
We
You're
also
good.
covered them. We also covered them on OneCutReviews.com. I like a bit of shameless fucking plug there. It's on screen right now. There you go, right?
They
That's how
sound
you
amazing.
fucking do it, Dalvon
Yes,
Digital.
Darren, I will tell you one thing. Once you get them in your ear and you do that ear test, those things
Yes.
sound. I mean, I had the bass mode
they're
on when I was
phenomenal.
mowing the lawn, and I kept
Yeah.
saying, "Man, that lawnmower is fucking loud." And I have an electric mower, but I use the gas mower to try to test it. I'm like,
Yeah.
man, these things suck. I finally got the left ear in, the right work, and it was the bass was fantastic. I'm a
You know
bass
what I
head,
love
so that's
about them?
who I am.
So they sound Anchor Soundcore. They've actually in their app they've taken a whole bunch of sound engineers
Yeah.
and they've given them the Soundcores earphones and have asked them to tune them to their liking. So you can actually click on the different profiles of all these high-end sound engineers to hear the configuration, the equalizer, I guess, of what they have for the Soundcores, which I find really fucking cool. Because I'll be honest with you, I've tried a lot of earphones. Reviewed a lot of earphones, and I keep coming back to these. They're just consistent. They sound good.
What's the price point on those? What's the price point on those
They're
sound
pretty
cords?
cheap. They're cheap.
I
Like 100 bucks.
King.
Yeah, hang on.
I think
King,
I,
I
paid $100
literally-
for mine.
I literally just paid $105 for mine. They gave
Yeah,
me like a
that's what I
$10
paid.
coupon
Yep.
on Amazon.
Yeah,
So
they're
Yeah,
got
$109
it.
right now. Actually,
I will-
sorry, 99 right
Yeah,
now.
I'm on-
99 bucks on
Yep.
Amazon.
A pair of jobs.
Now, they
weren't-
They were 99 when they came out.
And then
Look,
No,
I
you're
came
not-
on here. I came on here before the end of the fucking thing. Now I'm spending $100. Thanks a lot, asshole.
you're welcome.
Sorry,
You're welcome.
guys.
Get to buy your OnePlus. Hey,
And don't forget to
Your
go watch my
OnePlus
review
ad.
on my channel because I ain't gonna
I'll
say
watch
it.
the review
I'm
so
just
that way I know what's coming out. There you go. Yay! That's how you do it.
Hilarious.
That's how you do it.
But yeah, they
So
go worth it,
this,
man. They can fit.
Yeah,
I'm
I
just saying
mean,
they
so
won't
I
work
mean,
if they can fit. That's all.
I think with most things, you kind of you got to work it in there, kind of like King's ears, right? You have to kind of lube it up and just kind of
Right.
suck on the end, whatever. But
That's right.
Well,
one
Twist
last
my
thing.
twist
before
my
we wrap
nipple
up.
a little bit when I put it in.
Yeah, just
Yeah.
at the same time, you gotta twist the nipple and then put it in
Dan,
at the
you're
same
regretting
time.
this.
Twist,
Yeah.
twist.
Put it in there.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
Dan's regretting. Come on, you guys. We got Dan, and he's like, I didn't be on this.
Dan's like, what the fuck did I sign up for? It's just-
Oh, Dan
so,
knew what the fuck. Dan knew what the fuck was happening when I was coming.
It's true. I did.
There you go.
I think Dan was excited
Oh.
when he realized King was coming. He's like, I
Yeah.
got it.
I just wanted to annoy him more with the Snapdragon light. That's the only reason I'm here.
I'm watching his ass with that light. I hope that motherfucker catches on fire.
Well, hold on.
What happened? Hang on.
What happened?
What happened?
Damn.
King was the big Snapdragon dude. What the hell?
I am, and he got the light. I've been waiting for them to send me the light, and they sent it to him, and he's all the way across the pond. Like, what the fuck?
And now I
I'm
must
not.
burn.
I'm not hating on him. I'm just hating on him.
Okay.
That's all.
I do not hate on you.
Fair
Fair
but
enough.
burn
Fair
alive.
enough.
You know what Snapdragon sent me?
Nothing.
Absolutely nothing. So I don't care.
Good.
Mom.
I told them don't send Tuna shit, and I'm telling them don't send Dan no more shit either.
Hey man, look, I don't get nothing sent to me. I
I
gotta
don't
buy.
want tuna shit. I want some
everything.
light.
Yeah.
Sucks,
Dan got
man.
Dan got the light, and I love Snapdragon, but I got a fucking lanyard, and I gotta look at his cool light. Like,
You know
I
what's
don't have
funny?
one of those.
Darren,
fucking hang myself with the lanyard, like watching.
in the back before we started the stream, we're talking about. I was talking about some videos I want to do. I get set a fucking squirt gun, and you guys get like stuff from Snapdragon. So,
Yeah. Listen, I agree. I mean, and most of the time, the red lights in Roddy's house. I know I haven't actually. Roddy's disappeared off us here, but the red light's usually the one in Roddy's window which says "open for business." But
he's online. He's online. He's on his OnlyFans right now. I'm watching it right now.
Oh right, yeah. Sorry,
right.
Our podcast conflicts with Roddy's live stream from his OnlyFans. He's
hey, just real quick, huge shout out to Caseology. They hooked your boy up
nice.
with some stuff. Yep. I got a care package in the mail. I appreciate y'all. Now I got a bunch of fucking stuff to do. So, yeah.
I'll give you my address. You can send it my way, too. Thanks.
They don't make one for the phone.
Shout out to Caseology. They sent me the entire Galaxy S23 Ultra lineup that they have.
Damn.
Nice,
guys.
I had a Caseology case for my Pixel, and they don't make it for the Moto Edge Plus 2020.
Wait, hold on. King, Delvon, Grounded Tech, and Darren all using Caseology. Is that what I'm saying?
They sent all of us a care package.
I'm naked phone.
Wow, I am just a.
Dan, you're brave, buddy.
Naked phone.
You know what I have? Spigen. Oh. Sorry, guys.
Hey,
all I got.
You know that. Did you know that?
Caseology make one for this, and I'll put it on here. But they don't make.
What is that? That's a 30 Ultra.
It's a Moto Edge Plus 2022.
Oh,
they don't make one. I would love to get that case because I loved it for my Pixel, and they don't make it. So I'm like, well, so guess what? I'm going caseless on both of them, and they can eat a fucking bunch of bullshit then because I don't.
Does anybody know? I think Spigen owns Caseology.
Maybe I don't know. I don't want. Spigen cases they have.
My care package came Spigen Incorporated and opened it up, and it was all Caseology shit.
Yeah, I think they do.
I reached out to Spigen and Ringy, and look at me.
Yeah.
Rocking things I buy. So
big tuna.
Big tuna my ass.
All right, so guys, just one last thing before we wrap up. So I know we were talking a little earlier on about just before we came on air about smartwatches, and I don't want to necessarily end with an Apple fucking story here, but I'm kind of curious to see what King thinks about this because I know he's a big Apple Watch Ultra guy.
Did you really have
this one?
Yeah.
Wait,
so King. I don't know if you heard.
Hold on, Darren. Hold on. Because we mentioned this backstage. I also heard, and when you were talking about, I thought you were talking about this. I also was told that Apple Watches can also link with iPads and their laptops too now.
No.
That's another thing that were in the works.
No.
Yes.
Well, yes.
I was told.
Maybe in the works, but no, they don't. It doesn't work now.
Not now. No, but he's going to tell you something that's in the works too. I heard that's coming in. That's coming as well. So sorry. Go ahead.
So I was just going to mention that with the Apple Watch, Apple's come out just in the last few days and has said that they're changing the way that we integrate with the Apple Watch. So they're saying that they're going to be bringing widgets to the interface. So basically,
welcome to Tizen.
Yeah, that's what I was just about to say. So they're fucking directly ripping off the Tizen ecosystem here and throwing it in.
This shit? You mean these?
Yeah. Are they seriously that threatened by Samsung?
That's crazy.
They own the smartphone the smartwatch market.
The smartwatch market, right? They want it all.
Maybe we don't know.
Look, I'm not gonna sit here and say that the probably the only enticing thing that Apple could really fucking do to entice me right now it's nothing to do with the 14 Pro, 15, or even the 16, or a fucking foldable, if I'm being honest. If they made the Apple Watch Ultra work with all iPads, that would interest me. That would really interest me because my favorite iPad is not – I have the iPad Pro M1 here. It's great. But my favorite iPad is this iPad Mini 6 5G. Yes. One-handed. I love this little motherfucker. And I'll be honest with you. If I compare the Apple Watch Ultra is untouchable. There's nothing in the market that is fucking with that. It is overpriced. It is ridiculous. It's fucking gaudy. It's bullshit. And it's fucking great. And so I give them credit for that.
Hey, no,
but if I could use that.
The watch bands are great, though. The watch bands are fantastic.
Fuck off. But if I could use that with the iPad 6 and take that out, you know what I'm saying? And man, because this is a cellular one too. Yeah. You know what I mean? Yeah. So that would be, I think that would probably be the best way that Apple could combat bigger phones like foldables by keeping people further into their market.
Wink. Yes.
Right. Yeah. So we're not putting out a foldable, but what we're going to do is we're going to take the Apple Watch and be able to connect it to the iPad. And if you have a cellular iPad, now when you're out and about, You don't even need to bring your phone, and they're hooked in the system. I can see them go in that angle until they feel like the foldable market's ready for them to make an entry.
Yep.
That's
I think
exactly
I agree with
yes.
you. I think that's
100%. Yep.
Yeah.
And you know what? The crazy part is, it would work. It would work.
Well, you guys all know if you're an Apple fan or you own Apple products, it doesn't take much. They're gonna take whatever you give them, and you're gonna soak it up. So, the fact that they are gonna let you pair your Apple Watch to an iPad is amazing because when they do release that folding phone, you're gonna be already indoctrinated to it. I'm not trying to say it's a cult.
No, but that's how they indoctrinate their fan base.
I know.
The phone, the tablet, the watch, the earbuds, they're all sold separately. That's
I wouldn't
the
call it
Apple way.
indoctrination. I would call it conditioning. They're conditioning you to use
the
way that they decide that this is the most optimal way for consumers to use them, and that works.
Why is it the most optimal way for consumers? Because each one costs its own amount of money and it lines their pockets. It's not good for consumers. It's good for their business.
Because end users don't have a workflow. Most people didn't know how everything works until they got everything, and then it's like, what? They didn't know that the darkness existed until the light showed up, and then they're like, oh,
even that. Most Apple users don't even know how to use their own ecosystem. I show people on Apple all the time. Hey, you could just do it this way. They're like, what? I could send. I could send this to my iPad like this, like with my finger. A lot of people don't even know.
The people I talk to don't even know you can make videos on an Android. Wait, you can record video on Android?
Well,
yeah,
I don't
got
care.
a camera.
I don't care what I don't really. Well, and here's the thing: Apple people who've used iOS don't really care about Android. So the fact they don't know what makes videos is not relevant.
Yeah, exactly.
But what it is I have seen. I mean, go by any Apple store or mall, and there's 90 people in there. So they're clearly not just buying devices; they're using devices and everything else. And most people who are, remember, Apple's figured out because all the people who are buying iPads and Macs are handing them down to their parents. And their parents are now engaging for the first time. And I'm telling you, in my line of work, I am now seeing developers who have Macs. And that's something you didn't see 5 or 10 years ago. I've actually talked to major people that I work with that they are using and they're leveraging a Mac to do development and connection and networking work. And that's something that is not ever happened. So I'm telling you,
I have family.
In 10 years, Apple will corner the entire market in consumer technology, and they will start to make inroads into government and everything else. They will start to become all things. I mean, Android's doomed in the United States. It's a matter of time. It's just a matter of time.
Yeah. Big time, yeah.
I don't know, man. I understand the thought process behind that, but I think it would take a lot. It would take a lot for that to actually even in 10 years, I don't see it happen.
Me neither. Only reason why I don't think so is because Apple don't make cheap products. People still like cheap stuff. Android still delivers cheap products. And
Apple could do that though.
iPhone
if Apple does that.
They do,
but
the iPhone SE is a piece of shit.
Okay,
you can say that. You can say that, but a lot of people don't like small devices. As you can see, it didn't sell well. So either
14 plus. The 14 plus was the way they tried to enter that market. Bigger phone, cheaper price, and it flopped.
The 5C.
But it wasn't a cheaper price. It was a cheaper price to us tech people, but it's not a cheaper
price than the Pro Max. Cheaper price than the Pro Max. They wanted people to think that when you had that big phone that you had the Pro Max, but you didn't pay Pro Max price. That's how I look at it.
10 years, your high school students and your under 25s will be making major purchasing decisions, and they will not be buying Android devices. End of story.
At all.
Period. End of story. It's just not. Anybody under 30 is not leveraging
all kids want iPhones. All kids want iPhones.
That's it.
That's all they want.
Yeah, that's it. And look where we've come in 10 years. Look at how far iOS has come in 10 years. And it's not linear. It's always it's exponential. Growth is exponential.
Well, and here's where I disagree. I think
that's because most people are fucking stupid. That's why.
Well, I think you have the good news. You have choice.
True.
I was a
HTC.
Listen, I was a chaperone for a small rural school, and I would say out of the 50 kids that were there, 40 of them had Android devices, 10 had Apple devices. Now I'm saying middle school, up to middle school. Okay. Yeah. I went to a father-daughter dance. You guys saw the pictures. I went this past weekend, and I don't know how I saw now parents. I saw 2 girls in middle school that had the S23 Ultra. S23 Ultra. I'm like, I look back, I'm like, what the? Like, I was even surprised by it. And then I saw a couple parents with S series. I couldn't tell what year they were.
Yeah.
If people had iPhones, I didn't care because, I mean, they probably had them. I wasn't paying attention. I just kind of, it's kind of like when you buy a car that's a Hyundai Azera. You ever know what the hell that even is? No. But once you buy one, you see people that actually, once you buy a car that you don't think anybody else drives, you see more of them. So I have an S23 Ultra, so I see more of them. So I was really surprised by that. But Sam, I get your point. They are a juggernaut, and it's going to be hard to stop them. But I don't think Android's going to get up without a fight. I think.
Well, that's why you got like Samsung and Google.
That's not my argument. That's not my argument. My
argument
argument is that Google Fold. I'll tell you right now, if Apple makes a foldable tomorrow, they will sell tens of millions of them. Not millions.
Of course.
Yeah.
And that's what I'm saying. And Google will never, ever sell a 10 million of any fold they make. I don't give a shit. It's the 50th iteration of it.
You know what they should do?
That target.
No, Google needs a patent. Google and Samsung need a patent. Everything's folding possible, so Apple can't make one.
We're folding. We're doing
Apple
folding.
did.
We're doing pasta.
Yes.
We're doing pictures. We're doing cardboard paper. Everything.
Do you remember? Hey, no. Do you remember when Apple said you can't make a device that has 4 corners? I mean, they were that petty at one point too.
What I'm saying,
so
though,
I think that would be fantastic.
If that comment isn't being argued, that if Apple makes a foldable right now and it sells 10 million of them, if you're not arguing that point now, any other manufacturer is lost already.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean,
I don't hear anybody. Does anybody here in this argument, in this discussion,
I get it,
that Apple wouldn't sell 10 million folds like this in a year?
Yeah, because even if it was basically
anything,
even if it was basically
a beta, or
even if it was basically 2 Apple iPhone SEs glued together, they would still sell 10 millions.
Right.
Because
but you don't think that Samsung and Apple, you don't think Samsung and Android and Google, whoever, have purchased? That's where I get confused, because there was a time when, I know I'm a minority here, but we live in a country that's, at least in the U.S., we're sue
You're
happy.
a minority?
No, I mean in the minority. So we're like we're sue happy.
Okay.
I'm saying in the context of what we are now, we are sue happy. So you can't tell me Samsung has not purchased patents that's going to hold off Apple for a little while.
Yeah.
And if not, they're going to fight each other.
Then you don't know the regulatory bodies in the EU as far as
I don't. Maybe Apple owns some lobbyist that's going to get that overturned. You know how that works.
That's all I'm saying is and I'm not trying, and because I don't want it to be that way, because to me that is the death of any competition. But like I said, I make this argument: if Apple never ran an ad ever again, they would continue to sell units, and that's why their advertising budget's almost comical. The word of mouth has now done its magic. It's the way it's been.
You're right.
And that is not going to stop. Again, once that ball rolls, it is exponential. It is not linear growth. It's not 1% a year. It's 1% is 2%. And in 15 years, all the people in middle school and high school in most places are going to be using iOS. And look how impossible it is for them to break free from it.
We got one small problem. Apple has one small problem. They don't have Dalvon Digital working for them like they do for Google.
Shit, I wish they would.
He will dominate.
All the things. They would own all the things. Well, I guarantee he would fix
I think it lied a little bit.
Cameras.
I'm still waiting on that check, bro.
I wish you would too.
Because I think Dalvon would give some leverage and some imaging and their processing and everything else. I'm just telling you.
You say you're a Google fan, but you're not. You are very unbiased. That Pixel, or that Samsung 23 Ultra, you have held that in your hand. You have returned it, brought it back, and you've even said, hey, get off my ass because, hey, I'm still using the damn thing. That's what we need.
And he's even though he's expressed frustrations about lag and the way the phone operates. I mean, remember, none of us have phones that we're 100% dialed into. Right? They all have issues, and they all have struggles and everything else. And I think Dalvon I appreciate him being honest and upfront about the fact that he is struggling with the fact that he's not buying it like, the 23, it makes waffles and it works great. It never fucks up. He's being honest about the fact it does. If you smash it with a lot of heat. It won't make little ridges, but it'll cook your shit. So anyway, but I appreciate that Dalvon actually makes the comments and he's out there saying, hey, look, I've had issues with this, and this is not something, it's something that I've experienced, and I think people should know about it. So I appreciate that.
I agree too.
Thank you, man. Appreciate it.
On that note, we're going to go all check out Delvon's YouTube channel right now.
Exactly.
And
Absolutely.
tweet out to Pixel.
Already a huge fan. Already a fan.
Yeah.
Definitely.
Well, listen,
Thank
guys,
you.
that actually brings us to the conclusion of tonight's show. Thank you very much, Sam, Tuna, Dan, Delvon, King, Roddy, all the guys that joined us today. We appreciate you guys being here. And we will be back next Sunday, 6:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time with our next show. And we'll be talking everything Apple, Google, Samsung, and everything else in between. On that note, guys, thank you very much for joining me, and I'll catch you guys on the next one. Thank you.
All right.
Peace,
Thanks, guys.